Hi guys, we had discussed that AWS Lambda integrates with multiple different AWS services. So one such service is called AWS EventBridge. This service basically triggers your Lambda function on occurrence of some event. Now this event can be a periodic event, let's say every 1 hour or every 1 day or every 1 week, something like that. Or it can be in response to some activity in your AWS account. So today, let's see how AWS Lambda integrates with AWS EventBridge by using a very basic example. So I'm here at my AWS account, and what I'm going to do is first visit the AWS Lambda service. So in this demo, let me first create a basic hello world example with EventBridge such that the EventBridge prints that hello world message every 1 minute. In the next video, we will see a more practical example of using EventBridge with AWS Lambda, where maybe we can try out something different like shutting down EC2 instances if it is up every 1 hour. So I'm going to create a Lambda function now. So I'll just go to create function. Then I'll click on author from scratch. I'll just enter my function name as EventBridge demo. I'll choose here Python 3.13. You can again choose any runtime of your liking. I'll keep all these things as default and just go ahead and create a function. So while the function creates, I'll pause this video. So as you can see, my function is now created. What I'm going to do is, since I just want to do a hello world with EventBridge in this example, so I'm just going to print hello EventBridge. Okay. Now I'm going to save this and just run for the sake of sanity. So since it's giving me the right output with hello EventBridge as a log, that means my Lambda function is run. Now to integrate this with EventBridge, I'm going to go to my EventBridge service. So Amazon EventBridge is where I want to go to. I've opened it in a different tab because I might need to do something here and revisit this Lambda function. So now I'm in my Amazon EventBridge console. So if you see on the left hand side, you will see something called as rules. So rules basically define the behavior of Amazon EventBridge. What behavior do I want here? I want basically for Amazon EventBridge to trigger my Lambda function every 1 minute. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rule here and I'll enter the rule name. So let me enter the rule name as EventBridge demo, and these things I can keep it as default. Now since my EventBridge runs every 1 minute, it is basically a schedule. So I'm going to click here schedule and then continue to create a rule. Now I'm presented with two options, which is either a cron or at some regular interval. So since I want my Lambda function to run every 1 minute, I can basically go to this option and just type a rate of 1 minute. Okay. So let's go next and select a target. So target is basically what I want to do when that rule is triggered. So I want to trigger my Lambda function or invoke my Lambda function so that the Lambda function prints hello world. Now, Lambda is an AWS service type, so this is AWS service. At the same time, I want to select which kind of AWS service because EventBridge can integrate with many AWS services. So I want to trigger Lambda function. That is what I've specified here. And I need to select the function which I want to invoke. So if you see, here is my EventBridge demo Lambda function. So this is what I'm going to select. Now I can just go next and I don't need to add tags, so I can just go next again and then review this and just create the rule. Now this rule you have to see whether it's enabled or not. For me, this is enabled. If I go to my Lambda function and refresh this page, I also expect to see some changes here. So if you see any such thing attached with your Lambda function's name, that means your EventBridge is configured properly with your Lambda function. Now let's wait for a few time and check whether my Lambda function is getting triggered automatically by EventBridge every 1 minute. So how can I see that? I have to go to CloudWatch. So I'm going to go to monitor here and I can visit the CloudWatch logs. Now I have two logs here. One is for the time when I triggered it manually, and the second one might be when EventBridge is triggering. So if you see, the first time is 1907, so this is in UTC. It has printed hello EventBridge, and the second time again it has printed hello EventBridge. Now within 30 seconds or so, since it's 0039 as per IST, I expect it to print it once again. So let me just auto retry to fetch the logs, and as you can see, it has printed hello EventBridge once again. So this is going to keep on happening until I disable the EventBridge rule again. So to save cost, I'm going to disable it right now. So that's it as part of this demo. Maybe next time we'll see a more practical example of using AWS EventBridge with AWS Lambda, which is basically turning off EC2 instances every 1 hour if they're running. So if you like this video, please do like and subscribe. Thank you.